Hi folks, Andy here again. Just a quick video with regards to how to change the weight settings on airflow mattresses. Although it can seem quite simple at first, unless you've actually been shown, I understand that there is an apprehension that you could be pressing the wrong things or causing a bit more of a problem. This causes people to avoid quite a simple procedure. So let me have a look at a few different units that we've got around this building, and we'll take them one at a time. So here I've got a Med Therapeutics system. We can see that it's currently set for a resident or patient who is 30 kilograms, of course, very, very small or frail and very light. It's very unlikely that this is the case, but maybe it is. Maybe this person has now put on some weight and we need to increase this. They've put on, say, 5 kilos. Well, we can't just press this button. Why? Because it's locked. How do we unlock? Quite simply press and hold the unlock button till the light disappears. We can then increase the weight. Unfortunately, we can only go in 10 kilogram units here. So just pick the weight setting that is the closest. Now, as you can see, this only increases. It doesn't decrease. So if you go too far, simply continue all the way through the settings until we return to the beginning, and there we have it. Now we can either just leave this unit and in a few minutes it will automatically lock itself, or we can press and hold the button again to lock this. This is a very good idea, particularly if this is in a care home with maybe dementia residents or people who wander around into each other's rooms. We wouldn't want possibly somebody to fiddle with this and then cause more issues, especially if they drop it low or accidentally turn the unit off. It could mean that the resident is then on bare bars of a bed. And here we have one of the Alerta Medical units. These are actually really, really useful units. Nice, straightforward, but actually with a number of different functions. Personally, I don't particularly like these on floors where we do have wandering residents, as it is actually too easy to change the settings here. That's because this is literally just the turn of a dial. So as you can see, it's in kilograms. So weigh the resident, let's say for example they're 60 kilos, and we pop it on there. And to change some of the other settings, I might as well show you while I'm here. Just the same as before, hit the lock key until it unlocks. And here we could now change this from alternating, where every other cell inflates for 10 minutes and then swaps over. There we have a static setting, which means all of them will equally bear some air and an equal amount of air. This one over here for maximum firm does exactly what it says on the tin. It holds even more air in there where there's almost no movement in them whatsoever. Always return it to the system you need. Sorry. Turn off, firm, alternate. So here we can also change how often, what the frequency of alternation is. So that could be 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, or every 25 minutes. And obviously you would make that call hit there. Press and hold the lock again, so that can't be fiddled with as much. Right next to it, I also have a hybrid power made by Drive. Again, very similar, but here we can see that there are only 3 weight choices. So if the resident is between 0 and 85 kilos, 86 to 170, or 171 to 254. So again, press and hold the lock to unlock it, choose the setting required, and lock the unit before you leave, just in case. Just a little note, if you're having to use this upper setting, you may also wish to just double check the other equipment you're using in that home. You may find that if the person is over 180 kilos, some of your hoists or slings, that might be the upper limit. So just double check that you're not using the wrong equipment for the weight of a resident. Okay, so we have another unit here. Here we only have 5 different buttons to choose from. It's not powered up at the moment, but I can still talk through it. This has just a low and a high setting. Now, this isn't necessarily the weight of the resident or patient. This is actually the function of the bed. So low might be for somebody who needs alternating airflow units, but maybe they're at low risk of pressure sores, maybe haven't developed them, and find a normal airflow a little bit uncomfortable. If somebody already has pressure sores, then we would class them as high risk, and then we would hit the high button here. So the weight of the resident is negligible with regards to this particular unit.